Hello, and welcome to my QTP video tutorial where I will show you how to use a case statement. In this video, I'll be answering the following three questions. First, what is a case statement? Second, what is a real-world example of how to use a case statement? And third, how do I write the code to use it? As a reminder, to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. This moves us to the first topic, which asks the question, what is a case statement? A case statement is used when you would like for something to happen if a condition is met. This moves us to the second topic, which asks the question, what is a real-world example of how to use a case statement? Let's say you're taking a trip to the grocery store. When you get there, buy a can of vegetables. If they have a can of green beans, buy it. However, if they have a can of corn instead, buy it. This moves us to the third topic, which asks the question, how do I write the code to use it? I'll now show you how to write the code in QTP for a case statement, based on the example that was shown in the previous slide. We'll begin our example by creating a variable that we'll call vegetable available, and we'll assign it an initial value of green beans. I'll hit the Enter key a couple of times to create a new line. I'll then type the word select and hit the space bar. When I do that, you'll notice that QTP automatically fills in some additional code for me. It filled in the word case at the end of line 3. It created an empty line on line 4. And it created the words end select on line 5. Your cursor should still be on line 3 after the word case at this point. We now need to type in the variable name that we had created on line 1, which again is vegetable underscore available. Then hit the Enter key, type the word case, hit the space bar, create open quotation, type the words green beans, then a closing quotation, then type the word case, space, open quotation, corn, and then closing quotation. Now, click at the end of line 4, then hit the Enter key to create a new line in between the two case statements, then hit the Tab key, then type the command for a message box, which is MSG BOX. And for more information on how to use message boxes in your scripts, feel free to reference one of my other videos where I go into more information on those. Once you've typed that command, type the space bar, then type an open quotations, then type the phrase buy the green beans, and then a closing quotations. Then hit the down arrow to move your cursor down to the end of line 6 after the word corn. Hit the Enter key to create a new line, then the Tab key, then type the command for message box again. Then type the phrase buy the corn, and then a closing quotation. Now let's go back and briefly walk through what we have typed out. On line 1, we created a variable that we called vegetable available, and we assigned it an initial value of green beans. On line 3, we had typed the words select case. We then entered the name of the variable that we're using as our condition checker. So in this example, we're using our variable of vegetable available to branch to tell us whether green beans are available or if corn is available. So we'll be checking the value of that variable in the case statement. On line 4, we had typed the word case, and then beside that, the words green beans. Then we typed the message box command beneath that with the phrase buy the green beans. Then beneath that, we typed in another case statement. We had the word corn. And then in line 7, we created another message box that says buy the corn. Then at line 8, we had entered the phrase end select to let QTP know that this is the end of the select case statement that we're currently working in. Now what's going to happen on this first test run that we make is the code will check the value of vegetable available. Since the value is green beans, it will check any case statements that are between the words select case and in select to see if it can find a matching value for the value in the variable, which is green beans. So once it comes down, the first case statement it'll check will be on line 4. And it will find a match between the case statement value of green beans and the value of the variable, which means it will then execute the code that is underneath that specific case statement, which in our example will be a message box that will have the phrase buy the green beans. So let's go ahead and walk through this example now. We're currently on line 1. I'll step through that. You can see that we created a variable and we assigned it a value of green beans. So I'll hit the F11 key again. As you can notice, the script automatically jumped from line 3 to line 5. And again, it did that because it checked the value of the vegetable available variable. It found that it was green beans, which was a match for the first case statement's value of green beans. So once I step through this next line, we'll see the message box for buy the green beans. Now let's change the value of our vegetable available variable from green beans to corn. Let's run the script again. Again, the first line will be retrieving the value of the vegetable available variable. The script will now check the value of the vegetable available variable and then compare that against the different case statements that are underneath the select case statement. It found a match at the case statement at line 6, which had a value of corn, so it will now display the phrase buy the corn in a message box. Now let's say that neither green beans nor corn were available. Let's say that beets were available instead. What's going to happen when the script goes to execute? It's not going to find a match for any of the case statements that we have included. So the script will automatically just skip over the whole case statement once it's not able to find a match. As we can see, the script's execution is completed and we did not see a message box. This now concludes our video where I've answered the following 3 questions. First, what is a case statement? Second, what is a real-world example of how to use a case statement? And third, how do I write the code to use it? As a reminder, to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you, and I hope that you have a great day.